Hello everyone, welcome back to another XSS vulnerability video. In this one, we will be taking a look at the second example for the XSS vulnerability on Pentesterlab. So if you're new here, my name is Declan and I am a passionate cybersecurity enthusiast. I am what you call a ethical hacker. I am interested in cybersecurity in many fields: web application security, mobile security, basically app development, and all that type of stuff, right? I'm just interested. But in this video, we will be taking a look at the second example in this video. Okay, so let's actually get started. So we're going to approach the same method as last video, which is we inject the script tag into the parameter. So let's try that out. So, okay, I'm just waiting for Firefox. Firefox takes a little while, but that's completely fine. Okay, here we go. And by the way, everyone knows how to install Kali Linux and stuff like that. If you don't have Kali Linux installed and all that type of stuff, then I suggest you go check out my other channel where I showcase how to install Kali Linux, the latest version, on a Windows 10 or Windows 11 system. But for this channel, everything's just hacking videos, ethical hacking videos, cybersecurity content, where I don't really show my face in any of these videos. It's just me talking and just showing examples. Kind of authentic, at least. I want to keep this channel a very unique channel, sharing the resources. Anyway, so let's open up Firefox here. We're going to go to Pentester. Okay, so now this was the first example. Now, I don't want to see this. I want to go to example 2. So let's go back to the local. And let's just select example 2. So again, we've got the same application, but it's just example 2 of this vulnerability. Now, let's try what we did last time. Hello, Declan. But instead of that, I'm going to do H1 and just say Declan. And let's see, does that work? Yes, that still works. Okay, so I can inject HTML code. And by the way, what does it look like on, what did it do here? Okay, okay, that's interesting. So it seems like we will still be able to do the script tag. So I'm pretty sure we can still do this. So let's try that out. Script alert. Let's just test it to see if it's working. And we'll do script like that. Oh, look at that. It doesn't work. Well, that's interesting. Let's take a look at why it doesn't work. Okay, so it looks like every time I add a script tag, it just removes it. So maybe this is happening in the PHP code where if it sees the syntax being written, if these characters are shown in the code, then it just removes it, right? Because you remember, this is a PHP application. So I guess that's what's happening. It's just removing what I'm injecting. So it's basically saying, okay, well, if there's any keyword like script, then don't show it at all. Just, But anyways, what can go on here is we can change it up a little bit. So I can show you an example. So let's just copy the script tag. I just want to show you in the terminal. I want to make the screen bigger for you so you're not so focused down onto that URL. So let's just take a look here real quick. So you see that, right? But what we can do differently is essentially this. So the method is the same, but we just changed like a few characters. Like any of these characters we can change. So we could do a capital C on both ends like this. And then maybe let's try that now. Let's see what happens. Oops. I just want to see what happens. By the way, I didn't mean to do that. That was a complete mistake. There we go. It's completely fine. All right, let's do this. Let's see if this makes a difference. Yep, it does. Look at that. So they don't really sanitize that properly because I can still enter capital letters. So they didn't really check for those characters if it's a capital letter. And I just did the same thing. So I could basically do what I did last time, where I essentially obviously set up a server. I can essentially set up a server just like that, and I can just redirect back to me. So the location is equal to, and then we can enter our address here. I can actually just put 00. I don't have to do that, but that's completely fine. I mean, the document.cookie is not even, you know, you don't have to do that document.cookie thing. I mean, it's just an example of what you can do with reflective XSS attacks. But just to show that it is working. There we go, see? Now we can redirect them to a phishing page or something. But anyways, I want to show you something really interesting. So let's just search up something. So XSS payloads. Let's go on a GitHub repository. So there's a lot of payloads which we can do. So we can try a lot of these other payloads. I mean, these are just like testing these payloads. So if you're not sure that what you're running is working, and if you're not getting anything, you could try these payloads, these sample code to test to see if it is vulnerable. So there's multiple ways to evade, you know, this sanitization, or, you know, like the parameter of, you know, injecting script tag into HTML. Now, like I said, give it a go, try these payloads. If they do not work, just try a couple of them. But if it is vulnerable, then you can obviously do a lot of things. So, I mean, like reflective, XSS payloads. So it doesn't have input validation. That's what it is. It doesn't have input validation at all. So maybe let's check this. Let's check out these payloads here. Yeah, I mean, these are quite interesting. I mean, you could try out these payloads as well. There's so many things that you can do with XSS, not just, you know, stealing cookies, but like if it's stored XSS, it will literally affect the whole application. But, you know, some of the crazy stuff that you can actually do with it is actually, there's a thing called a beef hook, which basically means that you can inject a hook, and then once someone goes onto that link, you can hook their browser. I mean, you can even play videos, like malicious videos. But anyways, that's the second example of the XSS vulnerability. Simple, very quick, very easy to do. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, I'll see you in the next one.